For generations, the male has made it his top priority to entice the female specimen for recreation and procreation purposes. Some call it animal magnetism, some call it erotic fascination, while others simply refer to it as sexual attraction. Many males often get carried away and try to attract more females than they can handle at once, whereby biting off more than they can chew. No matter how far technology advances, our primal nature seems to govern the vast majority of our thoughts and actions. We've done some extensive research on the prehistoric cavemen to discover just how primal our modern methods of courtship really are by comparison. Since the caveman couldn't rely on coveted material things such as expensive cars, fine wine and dining, or fancy clothes and jewelry to serve as bait for his prey, not to mention even his grooming tools and toiletries were limited as well, he was forced to resort to more rudimentary forms of self-expression. He would simply use whatever means at his disposal to attract the female. One common method was drooling. Drooling is considered cute by many females. In many cases, depending on the female, the more he would drool, the more receptive she would become. He would beat his chest. And make strange, barbaric, unintelligible grunting noises. Okay, shut up. His most powerful tool was his ability to exhume odors from his body. Due to the hygiene deficiency prevalent during the time, multiple layers of odors were compounded in the caveman's body. He would excite these odors by scratching various parts of his body, such as his armpits, his genitalia, his scrotum sac, and buttocks. Sometimes he would even scratch to the point of bleeding, in hopes that females downwind would catch a whiff and be aroused by his manly scent. Sidebar: if the female is aroused, she typically plays with her hair and often voluntarily assumes doggy position while anxiously waiting for the male to mount. Ironically, many of the same tactics used by the cavemen are still being practiced today, as we are, after all, still driven by the same carnal desires and forces of nature. On construction sites, for instance, you see bare-chested workers whistling and uttering catcalls at female passerbys. In the interior rooms of private homes worldwide, men instinctively scratch themselves at bedtime. When a male notices a female with nice breasts, his internal caveman alarm goes off. He immediately wants to lick, squeeze, suck, and pinch the female's nipples. We cannot allow the modern-day female to know these thoughts, as it will immediately put us at a great disadvantage. You have to use some more interesting commentary, such as you have really nice posture. I like the way you hold yourself. But deep in your mind, you're wanting to posture yourself to hold her breasts in your mouth. The most important physical asset on the female is her buttocks, hence the term asset. Breasts are simply flashing lights to get the male's attention. Our studies have shown that the buttocks is the base of the female's powers. Again, keep your caveman thoughts to yourself. We know you want to grab, squeeze, and kiss her buttocks, and it's okay, it's quite normal to experience such barbaric thoughts. But instead say something more substantial and ingenuous, like, you have a very nice rhythmic walk. Your movement is like a daisy being touched by a gentle breeze in a meadow. And that is the end of our documentary.